Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into one of the giants of the real estate investment trust sector, American Tower Corporation. If you've ever wondered how your smartphone stays connected or how the infrastructure behind wireless technology works, American Tower is at the heart of it all. But beyond just being a critical part of the modern communications ecosystem, AMT has built a business model that's global, resilient, and incredibly lucrative. By the end of this video, you'll understand why AMT is one of the most admired REITs in the world and why its assets, business model, and geographical exposure make it such a powerful company. First things first, who is American Tower and what do they do? American Tower is one of the largest global REITs and a leader in wireless infrastructure. Founded in 1995, AMT specializes in owning, operating, and leasing communication towers. What does that mean in simple terms? Well, if you think of all the smartphones, 5G networks, and Internet of Things devices out there, they need a massive amount of infrastructure to stay connected. American Tower provides the physical infrastructure, the actual cell towers and communication sites that enable these technologies to function. The company operates under a landlord-tenant model. AMT owns the towers, and wireless carriers like AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile lease space on these towers to deploy their antennas and equipment. This arrangement creates a steady, predictable stream of revenue for AMT, and because multiple carriers can lease space on a single tower, it's a highly scalable and profitable business model. Now, let's talk about AMT's incredible asset portfolio. As of the latest data, American Tower owns and operates over 225,000 communication sites worldwide, including cell towers, distributed antenna systems, DAS, and small cells. In the US and Canada, AMT has around 45,000 sites, primarily focused on supporting 5G rollouts. In Latin America, it's a dominant player with a strong presence in countries like Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia, where wireless penetration is growing fast. In Europe, AMT has expanded into Germany, France, and Spain, capitalizing on the continent's steady transition to 5G networks. Africa and the Middle East are key growth areas for AMT, especially as mobile adoption and internet penetration rise in emerging markets. Finally, in Asia Pacific, AMT has seen significant growth in India, one of the largest wireless markets in the world. This geographical diversification is one of AMT's greatest strengths. By being present in both developed and emerging markets, they balance stable cash flows from mature markets like the US with high growth opportunities in places like India and Africa. One of the most impressive things about AMT is the resilience of its business model. Their income primarily comes from long-term leases with wireless carriers. These leases often span 5-10 years or more, and include annual rent escalations, which means AMT's revenues grow even without adding new towers. Plus, think about it. The demand for data and connectivity keeps growing. Whether it's video streaming, online gaming, or cloud computing, all these activities require strong networks. As 5G continues to roll out, American Tower is perfectly positioned to benefit. Even in tough economic times, telecom companies prioritize spending on infrastructure because connectivity is an essential service. This makes AMT a recession-resistant business, which is a huge plus for investors. Now let's talk numbers. In 2023, AMT reported revenues of nearly $11 billion, with a healthy EBITDA margin of over 60%. That's incredibly strong profitability for any company, let alone a REIT. Another great thing about AMT is their consistent dividend growth. Since becoming a REIT in 2012, AMT has been increasing its dividend payout steadily. If you're an income-focused investor, AMT's dividend growth story is one to watch. One key metric for REITs is their AFO, or adjusted funds from operations. For AMT, this number has been consistently growing, fueled by their ability to increase rents, acquire new assets, and enter new markets. Let's revisit AMT's global footprint and talk about why it's so important. Over 50% of AMT's revenues now come from outside the US, which is a testament to their international growth strategy. Emerging markets like India, Brazil, and Africa are especially exciting. These regions are seeing rapid adoption of smartphones and wireless services, but they're still in the early stages of building out 4G and 5G networks. That means AMT has decades of growth potential ahead in these areas. At the same time, developed markets like the US and Europe offer steady growth from the ongoing rollout of 5G, as well as new technologies like edge computing and private networks. AMT's ability to operate in both high-growth and stable markets gives them a unique edge. AMT's competitive advantages are clear. Economies of scale. With over 225,000 sites, they have one of the largest portfolios in the world, which gives them leverage to negotiate favorable terms with tenants. Diversified revenue streams. By operating in multiple regions and partnering with a variety of carriers, AMT avoids being overly dependent on any single market or client. Technological tailwinds. 5G is just the beginning. As the Internet of Things, autonomous vehicles, and artificial intelligence evolve, demand for robust wireless infrastructure will only grow. Proven management team. AMT's leadership has a strong track record of delivering growth, both organically and through acquisitions. So to wrap things up, American Tower is much more than just a REIT. It's a company that's critical to the digital economy with a business model that's scalable, resilient, and geographically diverse. From its global asset portfolio to its strong financials and consistent dividend growth, AMT checks all the boxes for long-term investors. Plus, with 5G and emerging technologies driving demand for wireless infrastructure, the growth potential is immense. If you're looking for a company that combines stability, growth, and exposure to one of the most essential industries in the modern world, AMT is definitely worth your attention. Thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Are you a fan of AMT or do you have your eyes on another REIT? Let me know. Until next time, stay connected and stay investing.